Well, nearly 100 bills and amendments were introduced today in the first session of the Nebraska legislature.
Some of the more notable ones were decriminalizing the use and possession of marijuana and allowing citizens to carry concealed handguns without a permit. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson also joins us live from the Capitol with news on a bill that could change the way the legislature works.
Nebraska's unique unicameral legislature is something we've had for around 90 years, but now Senator Steve-Erdman says it might not be the best option. He's proposed an amendment to switch the legislature to a bicameral, which is a plan that not many people are on board with.
We're partisan. We always have been partisan. We always will be partisan, all right? And so the chance for us to have a bicameral and have representation from rural Nebraska more than we have now is advantageous for us.
Senator Steve-Erdman introduced LR 2CA, which would amend the Constitution of Nebraska. Since 1937, Nebraska has had a unicameral legislature, meaning there is only a Senate. Erdman's proposal would bring back a House of Representatives to Nebraska, with 63 members, and would decrease the Senate to 31 members. But those in opposition say it would create more problems than solutions.
We see the partisan dysfunction that cripples our sister states and our federal government, and we should more closely work together to protect our unique system of government.
Erdman says there's already implicit partisanship and that certain counties have more power than the rest. But Conrad says the representation is reflective of demographics in the state, giving one person one vote. She agrees with Erdman that there is growing partisanship, but she doesn't agree with his method.
The solution to addressing that isn't to double down on partisanship. The solution to addressing that is honoring our state constitution, is honoring the will of the people. And if we all kind of throw our hands up as elected leaders or as citizens and say, well, I guess there's just partisanship, so we might as well just embrace it, I refuse to be taken up with that tide.
Erdman says he's aware his amendment likely won't make it to the floor for debate because so many people are in favor of the unicameral. He says his main goal was just to get people talking.
It's a chance for us to have a discussion. If you were part of the 29, or if you had the authority now, would you give that up? Probably not. But we need to have a discussion because we just hear one side of it, how wonderful the unicameral is. And if it is so wonderful, why are we the only state that has it? And one has to begin to think about that. 49 states, can they all be wrong?
And at the beginning of the session today, Senator Conrad recognized George Norris Day. He was the first Nebraska senator to introduce the unicameral legislature. We're going to be keeping you updated on this amendment and more throughout the session. Reporting at the state capitol, I'm Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Mackenzie, thank you very much for our continued team coverage down there at the state capitol.